problem. This is a test number 4 in section 4. Question 21, 22 refer to the following information. So the bar graph above shows the renewable energy consumption in quadrillion of British thermal units in the United States by energy source for several energy sources in the years 2000 and 2010. In scatter plot of this data, where renewable energy consumption in the year of 2000 is plotted along x-axis, then I will say x-axis will be 2000. And then renewable energy consumption in the year of 2010 is plotted along y-axis. So y-axis with the 2010, and for each of the given energy sources, they plotted 2000 in the x-axis, 2010 in the y-axis. How many data points will be above the line y equal to x? If I draw a y equal to x here, then y equal to x will represent y year. We put 2010 data, and x-axis we put 2000 data. So they're talking about in the line of y equal to x, which one is a 2010 is equal to 2000. That's what they're trying to say. And then they're saying how many data points will be above the line. Above the line means y as a greater than x, which is how many data has a 2010 is a greater than 2000. Look at the data here. 2010 will be the gray and 2001 will be a black one. How many gray one is greater than black color? So let's say gray one is a greater than black color, which is a biofuels, and then a little bit greater for the geothermal, and then wind has a gray color is bigger than black one, so it will be 3 of them. That's how you say. And then of the following, which best approximate the percent decrease? Percent decrease, you should know how to find the percent decrease as a formula. You have to find the amount of decrease out of the total original times by 100. That's how you find the percent decrease in consumption of wood power in the United States from 2000 to 2010. 2000 has a 2.25 quadrillion consumption, and then 2010 has 2. So 2.25 become a 2. So how much it decrease? Then you can find the 0.25 decrease out of original 2.25. You need to multiply by 100. So then you will get 11.11%. So the answer will be B. And then in the circle above, segment AB is a diameter. And if the length of arc ADB, which represent this one right here, ADB is A pi, then you can conclude this portion right here too will be also A pi because it's a half of the circumference. So total circumference will be 16 pi. And what is the length of radius of circle? Circumference formula was a 2 pi r, and that was a 16 pi. Then you can say pi cancel out. 2r to be a 16, radius will be 8. That's how you can find the radius. And 25, polynomial fx and gx are defined above. Which of the following polynomials is divisible by 2x plus 3? When you have a polynomial divisible by a certain divisor, then you have a quotient and you will not have any remainder. So for this case, if I multiply by 2x plus 3 on both sides, px will be 2x plus 3 times of the quotient. Then if you plug it in the value of x, that makes this divisor to be a 0, which is a 2x plus 3 to be a 0. X will be negative 3 over 2. If you plug it in x as a negative 3 over 2, that makes the whole expression that to be a 0. So P negative 3 over 2 to be a 0. That's how you get the result when Px polynomial divisible by 2x plus 3. So what I need to do is, what will be the value after you plug it in negative 3 over 2 for x on every expression given, and which one will give you the 0 as a result. So to do that, we need to find what is the value f negative 3 over 2 and what is the g negative 3 over 2 first. So I will put it into the calculator, negative 3 over 2 as a storage, and I will pick the fx as a 2x to the third plus 6x squared and plus 4x. Then you get 0.75 for the fx, and then you plug it in x squared plus 3x plus 2, then you will get negative 0.25. Then which one will get the result of when you do this operation will be a 0. Then I can say the px, which is a f over negative 3 over 2 plus 3 times of g over negative 3 over 2 will give you 0. So that will be the solution. And then 26, let x and y be numbers such that x is a greater than negative y, less than y. Which of the following must be true? When you have an absolute value less than y, you can solve it. X is in between negative y to y. That's how you solve absolute value. But to do that, you have to have y value here. Absolute value cannot be less than negative number, for example. So that number y cannot be negative. So y should be greater than 0, should be also satisfied. So 1 and 3 should be satisfied. And then the function fx equal to x to the third minus x squared minus x minus 11 over 4 is a graph in the xy plane. K is a constant such that fx equal to k means another expression. Fx is the same as a y equal to k. It's a horizontal line. So you can draw each of those things. Y equal to 2. If I draw a horizontal line, y equal to 2, like that, then does it have a 3 real solution? 3 real solution means 3 intersecting points. Do they have a 3 intersecting points? No, only one. What about when you plug it in 0 for k? Y equal to 0 will intersect at 1 point. What about negative 2 here? That y equal to negative 2 will be intersecting with 1 point. What about negative 3? Negative 3 will intersect with 1, 2, 3. So which one will give you 3 real solution for k? Negative 3. That's it. The normal systolic blood pressure P in millimeters of mercury for adult male X years old can be modeled by the equation P equal to X plus 220 over 2 according to the model for every 1 year age, which X is a year age, so X increase by 1. Then what is a P changes? That's what they're asking. Actually, this one representing slope. How much P changes over X, which is a 1 change of X. How much change of this one? That's what they're asking. I can see P equal to, if you rewrite this equation, 1 over 2X plus 220 over 2, which means 1 over 2X plus 110. The slope is 1 over 2 already. So if you understand the question as they're asking for the slope, then the answer you can directly get as a 1 over 2. Or you can say, plug it in one of the value. X as a 1, then what is a P? When X equal to increase by 1, which is a 2, then what is a P? So I plug it in X as a 1, then 221 divided by 2 will get you 110.5. Or plug it in X as a 2, which is a 222 divided by 2 will be, you get 111. So 111 minus 110.5 will give you 0.5 increase, which is the same as 1/2. That's how you say. Okay, in a study of bat migration habit, 240 male bats and 160 female bats have been tagged. If 100 more female bats are tagged, how many more male bats, which we put that as a X, must be tagged so that 3/5 of the total number of bats in the study are male. So I will say male, they had 240 at first, and then female, they had 160. Now later, they put plus 100 more female, but they don't know how many more male they have to put to more, so I will put as X. Then to find the total of number bats and how many male bats, so total number of male bats will be 240 plus X, and then total of female and then male together will be 240 plus X plus 160 plus 100. So in total as 240 plus 160 plus 100 will give you 500 plus X. So I will put the fraction as 240 plus X over 500 plus X will give you 3/5. And then you do cross multiply. So 3 times over 500 plus X will give you 5 times over 240 plus X. Then 1,500 plus 3X equal to 240 times 5 will give you 1,200 plus 5X. And you subtract 3X on both, that will give you 1,500 equal to 1,200 plus 2X. And you subtract 1,200 on both. So 300 will be 2X divided by 2 on both. So you get X as 150. You need 150 more male bats to be total fraction as 3/5. And then this one, the dynamic pressure Q generated by a fluid moving with a velocity V can be found using formula above. N is a constant density of a fluid, and aeronautical engineer uses the formula to find the dynamic pressure of fluid moving with a velocity V, and same fluid moving with the velocity with a 1.5 V. What is the ratio of a dynamic pressure? Dynamic pressure was Q. What is the ratio of dynamic pressure of a faster one to the slow one? So dynamic pressure faster one to the dynamic pressure with the slow one. Faster one will be 1/2, and will not change it because it's a constant density. And the faster one velocity was a 1.5 V to the square. And then slow one will not change it still. The velocity was a stay with a V square. Same thing cancel out. So 1.5 square with a V square, you get 2.25 V square over V square, which V square cancel out, you will get 2.25. The ratio of those two will be 2.25.